How's it going today, lords and ladies? Welcome to the channel, everybody. I am the Godless Gamer. This is episode 5 of Path of the Samurai. We're doing things a little differently today, and I'm going to ask you for at least one thing. I'm going to allow myself at least one mulligan, or one save scum, to start this episode, because you know how I play off screen a little bit? I tried to do that, but I didn't get too far before things started happening, so I decided to not play anything. So we're starting at the same exact point as when we ended episode 4, so it's the exact same point. I just have a little bit of foreknowledge, and I'm giving myself one mulligan. I'll explain once we get the game booted up. Well, I'll just start now. When I started playing, the castle that we had taken at the end of episode 4, one of the new lands that I was given, it ends up getting attacked, and I thought that was perfect because we've never done a siege defense, and I really want to showcase a siege defense. The thing is, it's really tough. It's really, really tough. I had to try it, like, I'd say a good 10 times, and it was, like, on the 10th time where I ended up winning. So, I'm gonna try to show you kind of what I've learned from going through the siege and some of the tips maybe that you guys can take from it, because I've learned so much in attempting the siege defense so many times. So if we end up failing, I'll just reload the save from this point, and then we'll just continue on our way. But I really want to just showcase a siege defense, and maybe just have like an epic freaking defense where I beat the odds, because I beat the odds at least once. Let's see if I can do it again. Can we get lightning to strike twice? I don't know. Either way, win or lose, this is going to be so much fun, because I enjoyed every single attempt. It was an interesting learning experience, and I want to impart my knowledge on you. Here it is. So, when this happened, I said to myself, excellent, I can showcase it. I can showcase a siege defense to my viewers, and we can try to win, but it wasn't as easy as I first thought. But it's not that hard either. Once you see my method and what I'm about to show you, like my strategy for winning this, you are going to say to yourselves, holy crap, this guy must have done this like 100 times, and finally came up with a solution. First things first, we need them to build a ram. I need him to build a ram. I know it's weird. Why would you want them to build a ram? You'll understand. Basically, it's because if they build a ram, when the battle starts, nothing happens until the ram gets to the gate. If they don't build a ram, and they're just using ladders, if they're just using ladders, the battle starts immediately because everybody just jumps on the ladders. But if there's a ram, the ladders don't go up until the ram is battering the gate down, so it buys you like a minute of, like, it buys you as a defender like a minute of time. This is going to be so crazy. Oh my god, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but just the one time that it did it, everything was going right. Everything was going perfectly. I forgot to build something right here. It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That's not going to make a difference. We have good lighting conditions. So tip number 1. This is the most important one. Tip number 1, I had to learn this, on the second or third attempt. The first Bailey is a lost cause. You're never going to defend the Bailey. There's no way. Because the enemy creates 3 breachers. There's 2 sets of ladders, and then there's the ram. If they have 3 entry points, there just comes a point where they're too overwhelming and you can't hold them back. So the first Bailey is a lost cause. Where we wanna change the tide of the battle is at the second Bailey. You'll see. So we're not gonna assign anything, or we're not gonna tell our soldiers to do anything. We're just gonna let the battle go naturally, with a couple of exceptions. So we're gonna grab all of our infantry formations, and we're gonna set them up right here. While they're getting in position, we're gonna run up to the front lines, and we're gonna use as many shots from our gun as possible. So you see what I mean? If we didn't have that ram there, the men would already be climbing up the ladders, but since they built a ram, they're gonna wait. So that it buys us some time. So we're just gonna take as many shots as possible. Hopefully get kills. Getting a little nervous. Because this thing got set on fire, all of the men inside of it are about to die. I've learned that several times. I'm staying on my horse because I can stay mobile and reload while I'm on my horse. That's the main reason. I'm not doing so hot. We've maybe got like 2 more shots to go. There we go. Hopefully we can get to gun level 50, because then I'll get my reload perk. Reduces the reload speed by 25%. Okay, so now the men are going up the ladders. Now's the time for us to back off. This Bailey is lost. Now we can get off our horse. By the way, these ammo barrels, these arrow barrels, they also reload your gun, so... So now we just need to create a bottleneck. The moment of truth is approaching quickly. And of course I shot an ally. He was dead anyway. The gate isn't down yet, so we have time for like maybe 1 more shot. Oh, no, no, they're in. Okay. We don't want the men going outside the gate. We don't want them leaving the confines of the gate. We need to use the gate as a bottleneck. In fact, we want the enemy to make a little bit of progress on this side of the gate. Come on, guys. I mean, I'm glad they're not getting in, but we need this to work out a certain way. I need them to make a little bit of progress here. I'm trying to back my men up. Maybe I just take another shot. Yeah, this is not good. This is not going the way it should be going. I need my men to give them some... There we go. Not too much, but you need to give them some breathing room on this side of the gate. So I can do this. We can't let them progress too much. Can you tell yet that this was the result of a lot of trial and error? Oh my goodness, they're making a little bit too much progress for my... Oops. I shouldn't be taking damage. I think there's still hope. There's still hope as long as I don't take any more damage and I don't get downed. As long as I don't get downed. My horse is actually helping out, serving as a block. It's not over yet. Don't get your hopes up, guys. It's not over yet. Just want to make sure we have all of our infantry here involved in this. We're starting to get through the samurai, which is a good sign. Now that they're sending in lower quality troops, that's a really good sign. So the reason this tactic works is because they're not getting in 3 different ways. Like, that's why the first Bailey is completely pointless to defend. It's hopeless. If we can just limit them to 1 breach, we can... Like, I know I'm micromanaging these guys a little bit too much, but, like, I honestly need to make sure that they're allowing them to get inside just a little bit so I can help. I'm the difference maker. There we go, it's leveled up. See, the key is that they're ignoring me. They ignore me for some reason. So it just lets me absolutely destroy them. I'm getting good feelings about this, everybody. I'm getting really good feelings about this. This is turning out really well. Because I'm not seeing a lot of samurai left. It's just a lot of crap. It's just a bunch of crap. People who are really poorly armored. And that's important. We're not getting outflanked or anything. We're still keeping the breach funneled in. My right arm and my right swing, it's like I'm swinging a baseball bat. Just, like, my sword must be so dull right now. With the way things are going, this might turn out to be my best attempt yet. We still have a decent amount of infantry. We're getting a little low on them, but... Come on, give them some breathing room again, guys. Give them some breathing room. Whoops, I accidentally gave a command to somebody that I wasn't supposed to give a command to. Damn it. Alright, I'm just gonna tell those guys to fall back. That might be the right command to give them. I shouldn't have told my archers further up the castle to move. They need to stay where they are. That was just a misclick. But we might not need them. Like, look, it's all a bunch of Ashigaru. Wow, I've leveled up twice already. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Because there's no, like, rocks that I can drop on the enemy. I can't drop any, like, rocks or anything. There's nothing like that. At least for this castle, it has level 1 walls. Like, maybe with the higher level walls, you get stuff like that. But in this castle, there's nothing like that. So I had to come up with this. Yeah, I goofed up. I goofed up big by moving those archers. That was a big mistake. Once you mess with them, you can't put them back to where they were, which just kind of sucks. Come on, guys, give them some breathing room again. Oh yeah, by the way, one of my companions, because we need to talk about my companions. We'll do it after this battle, because I don't want to talk and be distracted, because this is not over yet. But a couple of my companions have made requests, and I need to address a couple of them, because in order to work their backstories into it, I need to do some specific things, and I just want to address it with them. I'm getting like 3 kills with every slash. I don't know if this is a glitch, I don't know if it's a bug, if you consider this a bug or cheese. I consider it cheese. It's not cheating or anything. I'm just capitalizing on the behavior of the AI, and they don't attack me while I'm standing right here. Are they gonna give up? I think these are the last men. This is the best attempt I've ever made. Even though I've made some mistakes. But you guys don't understand them as mistakes. They're only mistakes because I realize that I made it. So they just continue to ignore me. I continue to get like 3 kills with every slash. I haven't been paying attention to the bottom left, like looking at my skills. I wonder how many two-handed skill points I've gotten in this. They're running. I leveled up 3 times. I leveled up 3 times. He's gonna get away. I can't. I will try to take a 1 in a million shot. I genuinely cannot believe that went so well, because that could have gone badly so many times, in so many different ways. The icing on the cake would be to get this shot. Nope, too low. So I just want to talk about why moving... I just want to give more detail as to why I messed up by moving my archers. Let's just say I had gotten downed before I can inflict the rest of those kills. Let's just say I had gotten downed. At least I can rely on the archers further up to take out the lower ranking guys, because once we get through the samurai and they start losing their armor, the archers could pick up the slack, because as the attackers are moving up the path and they're going through the gauntlet, the archers can get a lot of kills on people who are poorly armored. But if a bunch of samurai were to have gotten through early, then it's over. But I got super lucky. Basically, I would say a good 30% of these bodies are because of me. At least the ones on this side. At least the bodies on this side. These are all due to me. You know, it's like in the future, this would be a really haunted location. Like, let's just say 1,000 years in the future, whatever has been built on this spot, it's probably super haunted. Unbelievable. How many? I have to know. I have to know how many kills I got. I got 161 kills. That is the most amount of kills I've ever gotten on screen, ever. You're my prisoner now, dumbass. You attacked the wrong man. This is the leader of the enemy that we've been fighting since last episode. He's the Daimyo. We just captured the Daimyo. What a dumbass. Now, I'm still a very small party, and I'm sure my party took a big hit there. Like, my party got demolished in that. So I need to re-recruit and stuff. So there's no point in me dragging around a bunch of prisoners. I have nowhere to sell them. There's, like, no big city nearby. So I'm gonna be nice to the generic prisoners. and just let them go. I could lock them in the castle dungeon, but the only people I need to lock up are these two people. That's it. I don't think I'm going to use any... Oh no, I probably should have made a cavalry. We have a lot to talk about now, but let me just get my bearings. Let me get my bearings. Go through the loot. A better Yari. I deserve all of this. I deserve every bit of this. Better shoulder protection, that is red, so that's good. I need a new helmet that's red. Alright, new boots that are also red. Better gun ammunition. Even better boots that are red. I sort by value. That's how I always sort, so the good stuff is normally at the top. But sometimes if you scroll low enough, you find something else that's good. It's got worse cutting and it's shorter, so no thanks. Look how much loot that I got from this. That is so much. I'm gonna sort by food, and we need to make ooh, the banner of Naruto. This is not one of the banners that I wear on my back, unfortunately. If I want to equip one of the banners that the soldiers wear on their backs, it requires one of these slots. I'm like 90% sure of that. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure. But I did express in an earlier episode that banners don't work like the banner that goes in this slot is not the one that the soldiers wear. I've addressed that. But I have so much food. That's basically what's weighing me down so much. I have to find a big city. I have to step away from this castle. Now, for all I know, there could be another big army that's going to come and try their hands at taking this again. But if they do, I'm not going to try to defend it that time. I already proved that I could do it once. So I didn't manage the castle because I wasn't expecting to win that. So now that we won that, I'll throw some money into the reserve. It's actually pretty decently leveled up so far. I guess I'll let this finish. Loyalty isn't a problem. Once this is done, since it's already in progress, so once it's done, I'll upgrade the walls and the towers. Because I want to know what my castle's going to look like with level 2 walls. So now I manage the castle because we kept it. Now we're going to the dungeon and managing prisoners. We're locking up the rest of these. What's my prisoner limit? See, yeah, it's like I'm not leveled up enough. I can't manage a bunch of prisoners right now. I don't have that luxury. So let's see what my party looks like now. It's only 8. It's down to 8. Yes, please save after such a performance. Don't care about damage to mounts. Damage to enemies on mounts. Yes. Normally, for vanilla Bannerlord, I believe this is more damage to shields, but since there's no shields, they modified this perk to be damage to enemies on mounts. So yeah, I'll do that. Damage with two-handed weapons while you have less than half of your hit points. That could be useful. Damage with two-handed weapons while you have more than 90%. So you spend a lot more time in battle being below 90% than you are above 90%. So I feel like this one's more valuable. And then we don't have a choice. With this one, you can deflect projectiles with two-handed swords by blocking. Does that apply to guns too? I don't know. Alright, and 3 athletic perks. Damage bonus from speed while on foot. Charge damage taken. Damage bonus from speed on to troops in your formation. I'll do that. Hit point generation while waiting in settlements. I never do that. I'm traveling more often than I'm sitting around. So we'll choose that one. And then I'll get my endurance. Less damage from infantry... less damage to infantry from ranged troops. This makes my men more tanky. This one makes them more damaging, but only to a specific kind of soldier, which is cavalry. So we'll do this one. And then my first leadership. I normally do this one. I already threw an attribute point into social earlier on because I knew that we would start leveling these up. But I'll throw one into cunning now because tactics and scouting is important for me, at least until I get a scout. So we'll throw that attribute point there. And I'll throw another focus point into leadership, throw one into tactics, and I'll throw one into guns. It'll get us to... I like how we're at 49, we're just one skill point away from faster reload speed. But check it out, guys. That's one for the books. Now, my power better not go out or something and, like, screw up this recording, because I will kill somebody. So yeah, now I need to address my companions, because now's the best time. So, let me go into OBS here, because I want to bring something up. Should be able to see this now. I've got my document going, and these are all the people that have applied to be companions up to this point, and this is just their information. So I've got Perry the Berry 95, Kojiro Sasuke. I know his stuff, two-handed swords. This is somebody who responded not in one of my comment sections of my videos, but he responded to one of my posts on the community section of my channel. He didn't give me much information beyond just a character's name. Then we've got the Welsh Knight, who also wants another character named Llewellyn. And then I've got Silver Sage, who's Kibagami Jubei. And then I've got some backstories for the Welsh Knight. He's got a... Now, these are in my words. This is paraphrasing what they wanted their backstories to be, so just forgive the paraphrasing. A fish out of water story. I saw this coming from a mile away. It's kind of an inside joke with the Welsh Knight. He knows what I'm talking about. Attacked by Chinese pirates and found himself washed ashore in my fief. So he's a foreigner. He wants to be a foreigner, which I can make happen. And then I need to talk to Silver Sage, a former ninja who has become disillusioned with the current shogun and wishes to genuinely help people. Hears of Takeda Kenzo and wishes to be in his service. He also wants to be a surgeon, no mount. So this is everybody that I've got so far, but I need to talk to Llewellyn and I need to talk to Silver Sage. So Llewellyn first. Llewellyn, I went through every single one of the troop types. The only foreign troop that I was able to find are Portuguese soldiers. This is the only soldier tree with character models that are European. And they have half of your build. So you wanted two-handed weapons and rifles. He has a rifle, he has a gun, but he uses one-handed weapons. So the Welsh Knight, I don't know if I'm going to be able to create this character in today's episode because I have to try to find these guys. I don't know where they are. I have no idea where to find them. My guess would be that I have to travel all the way down to Kyushu and get into Shimazu territory in order to find Portuguese soldiers. That's my best bet. That's my best guess. Because I think historically, it was this part of Japan that had, like... It had, like, the earliest interaction with, people from, like, Europe and stuff. At least, that's my assumption. I could be wrong about that. I'm not an expert in Japanese history. But that's my belief. Or what I've come to learn, or whatever. However you want to put it. So if I have to come all the way down here to get those soldiers, it's going to be kind of arduous to go and get you. But I'm just showing you that I did some research and I tried to find a soldier that's not culturally Japanese. These are people from a different culture. So I don't, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to create this character today, but I'm just putting that out there, the Welsh Knight. I can go with your backstory just for one of these guys, and he's not Japanese looking, he's European looking. So that was addressing the Welsh Knight. Next, I need to address Silver Sage. Hold on, I'm messing with OBS again. So yeah, Silver Sage. I'm looking at my file again, but I'm just not bringing it up on screen. So, Silver Sage, you want to be a former ninja. Now, I went through the troop types, and there aren't really any ninja, obviously. Like, I'll just show you that if I did search ninja, there's no kinds of troops like that. But you might have noticed a couple of soldiers in the last battle that looked like ninja. It's because they're monks. I gotta find them. But it's definitely a monk soldier. That they look like ninjas. But I could just make you out of a monk. Because you did say you want to help people. So I feel like a monk would want to genuinely help people. And I feel like a monk would be a good healer. Since you want to be my surgeon. But anyway, without further ado. We successfully defended this castle. I'm so sorry. Hopefully it'll come to me. Or we'll see that kind of soldier on the battlefield. And we can take a look at him. I'm weighed down by a bunch of loot. The closest city is enemy territory. Oyama is the next closest city. So I just have to slowly get over there and hope that I can fend off any bandits. I'm not selling any of my... Oh my goodness. I have no choice but to do this. Okay, so the issue was that I was carrying around way too much food. That was what was weighing me down, so I just dropped a lot of food. I don't need that much food anyway, because I'm not feeding that many men, so I should be able to go fast now. There we go. We just barely got away from that. It was a good thing I saw that. Let's keep recruiting, and let's just get the hell out of here. That's not a strong enough army to take Mizo Castle. I'm just stepping away from my lands because there's no real good places to recruit. There's only this village. If I wanted to recruit from this village, I would have to come all the way around here, risk getting captured. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to recruit. Oda Nobunaga, let's meet him. We've never formally met him. Here he is. I'm Takeda Kenzo. Who are you? I'm Oda Nobunaga, Daimyo. I'm Lord of Kyosu and Gifu. I know your name. They say you're a man of valor. He knows me. I'm so honored. Oda Nobunaga knows me. If fate ever decrees that we cross swords, it should be an honor. Alright, cool. We met him. That's one thing off my bucket list. So at least we have Karikumo Castle, which is right here, even if we do end up losing Mizo Castle. I was supposed to go for the city. That's where I was supposed to be going. But I want to get some recruits really fast. I have more than enough money to pay all these people. I have more than enough food to feed them all. I'll just take whatever the settlements provide. Let's go to Oyama. Let's go to Yomama. Are the Oda attacking this faction? Yes, the Oda are at war with this faction, so I better get my business done in this city before Oda Nobunaga comes and takes it. It's only got 17 grand. That might not be enough to afford all my loot. Oh. No, it isn't. And this is an earlier version of Bannerlord, so there wasn't the update. So we don't get to benefit from the update that just auto sets it to an amount of money. Like it goes down to, like, when you hit sell and you sell everything, it automatically just sells down to like 1 gold left. So I have to do this the old-fashioned way. Wow. Rice is the main staple, just like grain is the main staple in Bannerlord, so that's why I carry around the most of it. 22 days worth, that should be fine for now. So let's get out of here so Oda Nobunaga can take this. Our business is done, see you later! There's a big army here. Maybe we can join it. It has 453 men. I don't know what it's doing. It's traveling to Joganj to raid. So I guess it's just hanging around and over here. We're at war with the Uesugi over here as well. Like, we're fighting a war on 2 fronts, but this is the front that's relevant to me, because this is where my fief is. Since I held on to Mizo Castle, if we can manage to take, like, Joganji Castle and Ichi Jodani, this will make a nice solid fief, like a couple of castles and a city. So I'm willing to defend and invest my time and effort to trying to take all this. So Perry the Berry's probably the one that I'm going to end up... this isn't a complete aside, but Perry the Berry's probably going to be the one that I end up recruiting first, because he did technically ask me first. He wants to use just a... It's a basic build. He didn't give me a backstory, but that's okay. He wants to use two-handed weapons, two-handed swords. I can do that. But I want to find a good soldier. I want to find the most elite soldier that uses katana that I can find, so I can recruit you from the best soldier. So I might have been incorrect. These are the best ones that I could find, Katana Samurai, but if you want it to be a big two-handed, maybe I'll just make you out of the other one, the guys that use the two-handed. I'm sorry, that took some time. But I trimmed some of it out so you weren't sitting there with me. I was looking through those menus for like a good 5 minutes. Just going through the... Or you could be a monk. There's a lot of different choices. I just want to make you guys out of the most elite... Is that where this guy is going? Is he going to Tochio Castle to besiege? He's leaving... Like, I can't even just hang around this area and, like, snipe lords on my own, because most of the lords have retinues, like, in excess of 100, and I can't even get a party size that high yet, and my max is 54. So I guess I might as well just stay with the army, see how it goes. I want to... There's a port right here. I want to see if maybe we can get some of those Portuguese soldiers. We could buy a boat. No, I'm not doing any of that. So that answers the question. Our very first time going out to sea. No Bannerlord... I mean, I'm sorry. No War Sales is installed. War Sales is not installed. I have a feeling that I'm going to end up losing one of my my holdings. But I have to go where the action is in order to, you know, improve my clan skill and everything. Speaking of my clan, we're clan tier 1. There's only 71 defenders, so yeah, this is a success. Oh, no, there's 240 defenders. I was looking at the prisoners, I'm sorry. There's 240. We can win this. Okay, so we're about to attack now. I wasn't in control of this, obviously, so I don't decide when the attacks happen. The lighting conditions should be alright. But Mizo Castle still hasn't been taken, and this army right here, Nishina Mirunobu, is defending it. So I might not lose Mizo Castle in the end. Maybe one of those soldiers will be a part of this army, and I can just look at some of the men in my army and we'll find it. I'm just gonna scan the men. I mean, they're pretty easy to identify. I mean, they look like frickin' ninjas. Maybe they're lower quality troops, and the reason that I'm not seeing them here is because the army starts with all the best men out on the field to start. We'll figure it out, dude. I'll do more thorough research between the episodes. Now, I'm not sure if I promised you guys that we would create companions today. I try not to make promises, but we're at that point in the campaign where I can start doing that. But I still need to get my feet underneath me. We still need to build our party up. Like, my party's so pathetically small that creating companions is going to be tough. Because first I have to get them to the top rank, and then they need to get a certain amount of kills, so... Hello. Let's see if this goes well this time. Nope. But can I stab through this? Yeah, I can stab through it easily, but I can't shoot through it, apparently. I highly doubt we'll get this rewarded to us. I doubt it. I don't think I would necessarily want it anyway. Alright, the men are through. Let's just keep trying to get shots with our gun. They don't need my help to... Oh, ouch. They don't need my help to win this. Uh-oh. Yup. I shouldn't be stuck. I should be... this has happened to me before. I got out of it. Oh, is that it? Nope, that's one of our lords. I was about to pull my gun on him and shoot him in the head. Look how much faster I run. So we're at this stage that, like, now we have land and everything, we have our title, but we're just not ready yet to just start dominating everybody. Like, we need to, you know, stick with other armies. Whoops. I'll start building my party up. I do need a companion that'll serve as a quartermaster. Maybe Perry the Berry can be my quartermaster. I think I'm going to settle for creating you from, oops, one of the Odachi samurai. Because it is still technically a two-handed sword. Kojiro Sasake. That's your name. Get one free shot. Oh my. Alright, it wasn't a free shot. The battle's just wrapping up now. Took like a minute. But this castle doesn't have... Like, if I was defending that first battle, if I had been defending a castle like this, I would have no idea what to do. Because I didn't rehearse that. I didn't rehearse this castle. I only got 3 kills. Alright, that was kind of a pathetic... Kind of a pathetic performance. But they didn't need me. So, I'm sorry, Naruto. I'm dropping your banner. There should be a leaf village symbol on this. And is this a shout-out from the modders? Is this like an Easter egg? Just to pay homage to Naruto? But we got a new banner. We've probably got another 15 minutes to go. Time has been flying. It's just because I've been talking a lot. And rummaging through menus a lot. But I guess we'll just stay in this army and see how it goes. So there we go. There's our reload speed. Starting battle morale when attacking. Battle morale at the beginning of a battle when defending. Considering how hard defenses are, this is probably more attractive. But I still maintain that I attack more than I defend. People are dying of old age. We didn't lose our castle. Miso Castle didn't get taken. I'm just gonna leave the army for a second. I should be safe. Yep, Miso Castle didn't get taken. This army isn't going to Ichijodani, so I'm not missing out on anything. They're traveling to Sarug Castle. I don't know where that is. That's over here somewhere. Yeah, it's right here. This army will dissolve long before it makes it all the way over here. Gather your men. We have another job to do. And what's that? We're traveling to Minowa. Uragami no Ryogoku is no more. We barely dodged going to war. Our faction leader decided against a war that other people were trying to do. Oh no, the council was with him. Okay, I understand. Somebody created an army. Vote for the new owner of Tochio Castle. Yeah, I'm not even on the list, and that's fine. This is a little deeper into like Takeda and Uesugi territory than I want to go. If I'm gonna get land anywhere, it should be on the other front, like the front with the Oda, like where my castles are now. That's the front I want to be on. I don't want to be on the other side of Takeda territory. Because then there would be less of... There's less of Japan to grow into. See, like, if I'm centered here, look how much of Japan that I could potentially grow into. Whereas, if I were to get land, I don't know, somewhere in this area, there's not a lot of places to go this way. I really like the central location of my current land. But that's about the only thing I like about it. His army's really small. It might not be worth it to stay with him. Let's go to Minowa and let's do our own thing. There's 2 enemy lords here, and they're going to be slowed down, though. They're going to get destroyed by these bandits. If they get captured by these bandits, and then we attack the bandits in turn, it means that we'll capture them. Alright, I'm back to my old ways, putting the ranged in front, followed closely by the infantry. I'll lead the infantry. That way my infantry will benefit from my banner, which is an improvement of 5% melee damage. I have, like, no health, but my men don't need me to win this. Now let's see if we noticeably... See how much faster the reload is? I mean, it doesn't seem that much faster, but it is. I definitely feel the reload speed. So we should have these 2 prisoners, yep. Rest easy, your captivity is ended. No, you're an enemy, and therefore you'll remain a prisoner. Should probably find another... Ooh. Oh my god, we just dodged a freaking bullet right there. Just dodged a huge bullet. I want to go around them and get to Minoa. Screw that army. We're not helping them. I wouldn't be able to make a difference anyway. There's a tournament here we can try. Alright, see you later, Banner of Naruto. Oh. I'm just so used to the, Damn it. I'm so used to just being able to sell everything and not have to do this manually. We went through most of this, so I don't feel like I'm missing anything. Alright, they're gonna get an extra 12k out of... I mean, 1,200 out of me. There we go, we have 131,000. Since I have so much money, let me just do some shopping and see if I can replace some of these equipment pieces with ones that are supposed to be red. I need armor that's red. Ooh. I like it. Alright, that's good for now. Still over 100 grand, yeah. Now we need to wait till daytime and we'll take part in this tournament. And I'm just glancing over at OBS. We've probably got like another 10 minutes or so before I'm going to wrap this one up. Because I'm compensating for all the stuff that I have to edit out. There's going to be some stuff I need to edit. I don't think this is better than the horse I've got. But now I should be able to absolutely dominate in tournaments. Oh my god, I look so hot. I look so good. Just my body armor is what needs work. Hey man, I've been working on my two-handed skill, so I'm not just a chump anymore. My katana. Oh my... It was a free-for-all. We're still gonna continue. God damn it. Oh, it's because I entered the tournament pretty low health. I wasn't paying attention to that. Alright, it's a free-for-all. We can cheese it. We can cheese it. Take out the most difficult characters first. And then, if this is the last guy we fight at the end, that's easy. He's just a crappy scout. Oh yeah, and it's a archery duel. You could get one lucky shot on me and kill me. Got it. I won. Is that the first tournament I've ever won on screen? It might be. Nope, I'm at full party size. Alright, what to do? What to do? I'm in friendly territory now, so don't have a lot to fear. Going to Numata Castle to besiege. Some of my villages are being raided. How about we travel through friendly territory and we get back on this side? Let's get back over here. I'm just not interested in fighting the Uesugi. Your settlement, Karikumo. That's a village, not the castle. Like, as much as I would love to stay over here and just fend them off by myself, I just don't have the party size to do it. 53 men is not enough. Like, most of the lords over there have, like, more than 100 men or something. So I'm still kind of forced to stay with the bigger armies. Oh, and now my castle's... Oh, and he's going to defend it. He better get there in time. This dumbass, if he had just stayed over here to begin with, I think they might take it. We're not going to reach that in time. Just, got a scouting skill. Alright, we'll see if we get... Nope, he abandoned it. It looks like we're gonna lose Mizo Castle. There might have been a chance if he had kept going, but he changed his mind, and I can't tell him to go back. I mean, look how freaking far away he's going. Why? The army is going to dissolve before you even get there, my dude. What the hell? Oh my god. I don't even think I'm changing my mind again. How about we spend some of our time... Oh, my party's starving. How about I spend some time recruiting and depositing some soldiers in Karikumo Castle? Because if Mizo Castle is a lost cause, I should probably reinforce Karikumo Castle. And let's get over there. I haven't managed that. And you know what, guys? I think I'm just going to end it there. I'm going on an hour and 20 minutes on OBS. I would have stuck around if we had gone towards Mizo Castle and defended it, but that's not what's happening. It's unfortunate, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Speaking of cookies, my men, they're like, don't talk about cookies. Frickin' starving over here. We're dragging around some loot, but I have the carrying capacity. I have a ton of frickin' horses. I know I'm over my limit, but I'm just... With the election of a new monarch, the Matsumoto no Ryogoku disbands. So there's a new leader of a new faction. How many defenders were in Mizo? 145? Yeah, it's probably gonna get taken. If I'm outside the castle, I can train the men up. I can train... Excuse me, I just hiccuped. I can train the men up while I'm out in the fields. Let's leave, like, some of our best soldiers here. Especially the gunners and the archers. Okay, that's good. Oh, no, it's at its limit. It's at its freaking limit. I can't take any more. Alright, then I'll take some of the lower tier soldiers from here and we'll train them up in my party. I'll take the crappy peasants. All right, I'm handicapping myself. I realize that, but I have 40. It's 40. It's 40 crap soldiers, but we can train them up, and plus I can keep recruiting out here. So I just want to reinforce the defenses here as much as they can. So if they were to come after this, we could easily defend this. So let's manage the castle, and then I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. I'll do my This is a castle that's nowhere near as developed as the other one was. This sucks. We have to start from scratch, essentially. Workshops is what speeds up construction, so we'll get this up and running first. So I'm managing this castle now. It's well defended. I'm not going to keep playing to see the fate of Mizo Castle. I didn't create any companions today, but I hope my companions continue to send in applications, like you guys continue to send in applications. I showed you the list that I'm making, so I'm keeping track of what everybody's requests are. I'm sorry that we didn't get to create any today. It's just the nature of the beast. I just wasn't able to do it today. And then the way that you do it, I've never addressed this, is the way that you do the Distinguished Service is that you make camp, and then you promote units. I just don't have any right now. So we're just going to end in Karakumo Castle, in a safe place, with a decent amount of defenders. We kicked ass. We did a siege defense, our very first siege defense, and it was successful against the odds. I'm so surprised that that went well, because I attempted that defense so many times and it didn't go well, but it was a learning experience. I showed you my tips, even though those tips don't really apply to other castles of different types. It's kind of only... the strategy that I use is only beneficial for this particular castle. But I'm very proud of myself that I was able to do that. I leveled up myself in I got 3 levels up in one battle, and I think I got the most amount of kills I've ever gotten on screen before. So that was an event. So a very fun episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, hit that thumbs up button down below. Leave your comments down below. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Oh yeah, by the way, subscribe. We are still racing towards 3,000. We're almost there. We're less than 50 subscribers away from 3,000. So if you're not already subscribed and you would like to support the channel, hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Thanks for leaving comments and everything, and companions, thank you for replying. I promise we'll eventually get to the point where we create you. It just didn't end up happening today. So, sorry about that. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Episode 6 will be coming at you soon. But until then, have a good one, guys.